Hi, my name is Maya, and if you ever wanted to pick up a hobby that will probably end you in the ER at least once in your life, then this video is for you. This is how to ride a longboard. Okay, maybe the intro was a little bit dramatic, but the longboard that I'm going to be teaching you in this video probably won't end you up in the ER, but it probably will end you with a few cuts and bruises. Exhibit A. This is me in my very first year of riding, so take that as you will. Now, I personally got into longboarding in around 2019, 2020 when all the pandemic stuff was going on, because my dad started doing it, and then he was like, you need to get out and exercise, so he forced me to go riding with him. It was actually really fun. We got to spend time together, stay safe, and get some exercise and not go entirely insane. So longboarding is definitely something you can do alone, or it's also something you can do in a group, which I did over the summer of last year, so that was pretty cool. Now, in helping me to explain what it's like to ride a longboard, we're going to need an assistant to actually go outside. So my assistant today is Outdoor Maya. How you doing, Outdoor Maya?
Hi, I'm Outdoor Maya. How you doing, Inside Maya?
I'm doing fine because we're the same person. So, of course, the first step to riding a longboard, you actually need a longboard. So, my advice to getting a longboard, you can go to any board shop or skateboard shop. They have a pretty wide selection. Me personally, I got my board from a skate shop, and I actually got a discount on it because it had a little bit of a chip. It's worn down over the years, but it knocked the price down to about $100. So if you look on like the clearance racks, and you don't know if you're going to be sticking with a hobby for a little bit, just score for the cheap board. They're usually fine. They just have a couple dents or chips in it, so. And step 2, if you're going to be getting on this board regularly, you're going to need to wear the right shoes. So if you're familiar with the shoe brand Vans or Vans Off the Wall, those are skating shoes. They are literally made for skating. So if you have some of those are perfect for you to wear. But if you just have like regular tennis shoes, those work just fine. So no, you cannot wear your Squishmallow dino slippers. And yes, step 3 is technically optional because it's not required for you to get on the board or for you to ride, but I do recommend wearing safety gear because it is going to protect the major parts of your body that you're going to be falling on when you're practicing and first starting out, which is your head, your elbows, your knees, and even your hands if you want to spring for the hand pads. But yes, it is not technically optional, but you can get seriously injured if you're first starting out, so I recommend safety gear just to be on the safe side. For all you people that think that wearing a helmet looks dorky, Outdoor Maya is not going to back you up on that.
Some people think that riding with a helmet or knee pads can look kind of dorky, but you know what else is dorky? A hospital bed. So wear a helmet. But I don't have one because I didn't start wearing one when I first started riding, so I don't have one. But you should wear a helmet. Yeah, definitely wear a helmet.
And again, with the safety gear stuff, if you're going to be wearing elbow pads, then you can just wear a regular t-shirt because, again, the major part that's going to hurt most when you fall down is protected. But if you want just a little bit extra padding and you're worried about getting your arms scraped up, you can wear long sleeve shirts for a little extra padding.
You are absolutely right, Indoor Maya, but another thing that you have to do while boarding is you have to wear a cool shirt. It's totally not optional. You have to wear a cool shirt. Therefore, I'm wearing a Spider-Man shirt.
Do not wear sweatshorts or sweatpants of any kind. Do not wear long pants or pajama bottoms that could potentially get caught in the wheels of your board when you are pushing.
Nope.
Do not bring your senior prom dress that you brought to college but didn't even take out of the bag once until this video because you thought that college was going to have some type of prom and you were going to have tons of friends and a cute guy to go with. That's oddly specific. Shut up, no one asked you. Now, when you get a new board, it's a bit like having to adjust your mouse sensitivity because on either side of the board, there are 2 bolts on either wheel that are going to control how loose your board tips whenever you steer, so you're going to have to tighten it whenever you get it. Now, if you get your your board from a shop like I did, you can always ask the workers to tighten your wheels for you. I guarantee they know how to do it, and it'll take them like 2 seconds. But if you get home and you're like, damn it, I forgot, all you have to do is go to your local Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever sells tools and pick up one of these things. It's called a socket wrench, and all you have to do is put it on the other side of your board, find the socket, just tighten it a little bit, and this way, if you do it yourself, you can actually just test the tightness of the board by just tipping it a little bit. So you tighten it a little bit and test it, and if it's too loose again, just tighten it a little bit. I stole mine from my dad's toolbox, but Home Depot also works. Now that we've prepared you for everything off the board, now we can actually get on the board. I know, the fun part. Best part about the video. So to get on the board, all you have to do is figure out your stance, and yes, you have to figure it out because it is a little bit different for each person. When it comes to your stance, it's all about what dominant foot you're going to be using. So if you're right-handed, you're most likely going to be right-footed whenever you push, or vice versa. If you're left-handed, you're going to use your left foot to push. So the stance that you're going to assume is going to be based on what dominant foot you're going to be pushing with, but it's also different for everybody. So you could be right-handed but push with your left foot. You're just gonna have to see. All you have to do to figure out your stance is just get on and off the board and see what you're more comfortable with and what side you're more comfortable facing and what side feels more comfortable with, if the confidence of controlling the board. If you're more confident with using your right foot or your left foot, just pick one, and whichever one feels more comfortable, that's your stance. Now when it comes to where you should place your feet on the board, you should place it on or right behind the second set of screws on the front of your board. And as for your back foot, you're going to do the exact same thing, but on the opposite end of the board. You should place it on or just behind the second set of screws as you hop on. Now once you've got on the board and you've gotten comfortable with getting on and off the board without falling off, now it's time to learn how to kick. Now you can actually move and get some places. Now, once you hop on your board and you assume your stance, to kick, you're going to follow these 4 rules. You're going to put your front-facing foot in a vertical position, then you're going to kick with your dominant foot, then you're going to place both your feet in a horizontal position on the board, and then you're going to rinse and repeat until you fly to Paris.
You assume your stance and you're comfortable with getting on and off the board without falling off, we are going to learn how to kick. Now, what you do to kick is very simple. You take your front foot and you put it back in that vertical position. Now you take your kicking foot, which is your back foot, and you place it off the board. Now this is all going to happen within a fraction of a second. What you're going to do is you're going to take your back foot, you're going to take it off the board, but you're going to lean on your front foot so you don't lose balance. So you take your back foot and you take it off the board, you kick slightly, and you also return both your feet back into that horizontal position. And you just rinse and repeat that exact process over and over again. Now, steering is probably not as complicated as a lot of people make it out to be. All you have to do is keep your feet in a vertical position, and if you want to go right, you steer to the right with your tippy toes. And then if you want to lean back or to the left, all you have to do is press a little bit of pressure on your heel, and you will go that direction. Now, longboarding is a great way to relax. I know it can involve a lot of sweating, but it is actually really therapeutic. So it is nice to just have the wind in your hair, music blasting through your headphones, and it's also a great activity that you can enjoy with your friends. I was lucky enough to have friends that actually already knew how to board, and I actually taught one of my friends to board one summer, so we boarded all summer long, and it was just a really fun bonding activity for all of us, and it was really cool. Now, I really hope you learned something from this video. I hope I was able to explain things in a good enough manner. So, thank you all for listening, and I hope you have a good summer.